Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm presenting you my favorite colored in pages, fall themed or spooky season themed. So it doesn't mean that all the pictures are per se fall pictures, but they are calling up the spooky and the fall or autumn vibe to me. So, and today I will be showing everything that I like because I have more themed pictures, but these ones that I've selected, these are, by the way, not all the books that I'm going to show, there are more, but these pages are my favorite and they call up the right vibe, and it will be the first video of two because this video is containing the softcover books, and the second one I will be tackling the hardback books that I have in my collection. And I can already tell you that for the people who like my coloring and like my channel, there will be a completed pages video at the end of the month because my coloring vibe is finally back again, and I'm so hoping that it will continue because I know I like my hobby, and I've said it 1,000 times already. It's not because that I had a coloring slump that I don't like coloring anymore, but it's important not to force yourself. But that aside, let's just talk about the finished pages. The books will be containing some older ones, or my first colored in pages, mixed with newer ones. So let's dive in. I'm going to step aside and sort some books so that they are a bit together. Let's start with this one. Okay, they are on the side. And for the first book, I've chosen Tattoo Darlings by Lynn. Lynn was always an artist that was a comforting one for me. If I had a bit of a slump, I took a book with her Sweet Girls, and it always worked for me to get my coloring mojo back. Unfortunately, the past few months it didn't work, but anyway, she's still one of my favorite artists. And the picture that I've selected, or maybe it are more, no, it's only one in this one, is this one. So this is a bit of a spooky themed. It's quite an old one. I hope I can find somewhere. I'm going to lift it up so that you can see. There's not a lot of shimmer going on, and I will remove the tab. Sorry. It's 2018. I've written it down here in the corner. I've colored this in 2018. And that's 6 years ago. It was only 1 year of coloring, and so I'm super proud of this one. I think I've used the Neos for the background, and I think I've used markers for the base. I'm going to, yes, it's marker based, and then I think I went over with Prismacolor pencils. And for the fog, just white acrylic paint, maybe some gesso, but I doubt it because gesso usually grays out when I use it, and white acrylic paint stays white and gives a misty look. So this was the first one. And then we are hopping on over towards Karolina Kubikowska coloring books, and I have, I think, all of her books, not the postcards, but I think I have her most recent book, a hardback one. I think it's her most recent one. I must admit that I'm totally out of information about which artists are putting out which books. So if the hardback one, I'm not sure about the name, but it's a dark blue, blackish a hardcover book. I think it's her latest one, but if I'm behind the facts, I'm very sorry. But this is the only book by her that I've found interesting fall pictures in. Maybe I did some in her other books as well, but I thought these were the most fitting to show. And the first one is this one. And I've chosen this one because I did all the little pine leaves with paint. I'm not sure if it will be visible. I think it will be if I show it like this. And there's also a bit of magic going on with Mod Podge. And I do like Mod Podge, but it leaves stains on your paper. So it's not, for some cloudy effects, it's not that amazing. But unless you don't mind the splatches or the cloudy residue. But I didn't write down the year that I've colored it in. It's quite recent, I think last year maybe. No, I didn't write it down. Oh well, it isn't an oldie, I can say, because the background is definitely distress ink with some water. And I don't have the inks for many years. So I'm guessing 2023, 22 maybe. But yeah, really like the outcome of this one. And then the other one that I've chosen is this one. And I've chosen her because, of course, the mushrooms, and she's a witchy type of girl. A bit of a, not a demon, because she has some things on her head. It's more from a deer, I think. But she looks a bit demonic, and the cat also with his special eyes. The bird I haven't colored in. I put on some glitter, some kind of wink of Stella on him. And looking at my mushrooms, I think I've colored it with Derwent, not drawing, Derwent Color Soft pencils. And this is paint, and the rest I can't remember because I'm not writing down my materials anymore, but yeah. So that was Karolina Kubikowska. And now I'm heading on over towards Apal. It's the first coloring book, I think, by her, if I'm not mistaken, and it's called Forest Girl, if I'm not mistaken, and this is an old one. It's from 2018 also. And the background was done with neo colors and some splashing for, okay, it's more, maybe it's more of a wintry scene because of the snow, but nevertheless, because of all the leaves on the floor, it gives me autumn vibes. So maybe it's a snowy autumn day. And I really like the outcome of it, especially for such an old page. I had a lot of fun coloring in this one. And the paper, it's buckled, but it handles water very well. The next one is this one. And I've chosen this one because, all the autumn colors are in the hands. And the background is also, a fall color. There's not something special going on here and there, some shimmer. I like the shimmer on her little pocket here. And I've used glossy accents on the bracelet. So yes, that's the Apal coloring book. I can't remember if I've selected a hardback Apal book for the other video. I think I did, but I'm not sure. Then we are visiting Emelie Lidehall Öberg with her fairy tales coloring book. And the one I have selected, no, it's not this one, it's on the other side. It's the little mouse going on a trip. I must say I'm not super fond what I did with the mushrooms because I've used way too many stickles, and it would have been better if I stayed more modest with it, but yeah. I'm a glitter and shimmer girly, so yeah. Nevertheless, I like the composition of all the colors for the background. I like the softness of the berries and the leaves, the softness of the mouse with his little travel bag, and it's from 21, so 3 years old. Colored it in December. And if I lift it up, it will be visible, all of my stickle things and all of the glossy accents on the berries as well. They have an glossy accent and a stickle. So, and I really like those leaves as well. Very subtle. So happy with this page as well. Only one in this book also. Then Camilla Derrico. There are more books by her. Also a great artist. I love her art style. I can go wild with my backgrounds in her books. Although if I use water, I get some, my paper, I don't mean that it's buckling, but I get little parts of the paper that are coming off. It gets rough. That's the best explanation I can give. So I'm working more with paints if I can, or inks, instead of water media. But also, although paint is also water media, but I mean the neo colors or yeah, something similar. But if I really want to work with neos in her books or Inktense, I will. So sometimes you just want to work with something. And so in this book, it's only one picture, and it's fairly, oh, sorry for the bump. It's a fairly plain one. Not something special going on, but I thought she looked creepy with that one eye. And I gave her a bit of a zombie color. So it's perfect for spooky season. Colored this in last year in the summer. Used my inks with water. And there's no shimmer except some glossy accents on her lips. So that was this one, the dragons, magically mythical creatures. And then we have the cute and creepy coloring book. And I'm really loving this picture. A scarecrow woman or girl. I really like how she's looking with the blood on her hands, her vest, her face, her head. The colors are so poppy because of her hair also, and yeah, I had a lot of fun. I think I've used inks for the background, but I didn't like the composition, so I faded it out with, I think this is gesso, because yeah, here and there it's more grayish, not sure anymore, but it was more of my liking. It became a bit more mysterious, and I'm going to show it from a bit closer for some effects. So you have the glossy on her lips, in the eye of the bird, a bit of stickles on her buttons on the vest, some splashes with Winsor & Newton silver paint or ink, And yeah, I think I did her hair, not with the base layer of Combi, I think. No, this is also a Halloween themed picture, but I don't like it, so that's why I have not selected it. So that was this one, and the second one is this one, not this one. I had fun doing this one, but I like this one a lot. Of course, for the same reason as my scarecrow girl, she looks spooky with the blood. She's like a nurse in Silent Hill, my absolute favorite horror game. For those that don't know, I like to play video games in survival horror, like Silent Hill is my thing. I also like Resident Evil, but Silent Hill is it has a special place in my heart. So yeah, really had fun creating this. And that was all in this book. Last Camilla book, Beauties and Beasties. I think I've only selected one in this one. Yes, it's this one. My spider lady. I think I did this last year. Oh no, I did it this year. Oh, okay. That was when my coloring mojo returned for a short period of time this year. Used granulation paints, I think by White Knights, not sure. Used salt, because all of these special effects are because of the salt. The color shifting could be, so I think I've used two colors for the paints, and it's also a bit shifting. So I did use paints, and I had some rough result, but it's fitting for this page. The back is not super favorite. It's not, but I thought it was the best solution to fill up her back, because I don't know what was going on for details, but I didn't like it. Whoa, there goes my book. I was lifting it up so I could show you the spider web on her face a little bit better. I really like that you can do subtle things with stickles. And yeah, I had a lot of fun coloring in this lady. Then a Jasmine Becket-Griffith book. I've selected one, and it's not fall. It doesn't have fall colors, but I thought she looked a bit spooky, because mermaids are known for luring fishermen into the sea, and I was very proud with her skin. Back at the time, it's from 2019. I am happy with the background, I'm happy with everything. These didn't have a lot of shading going on, but the main focus is on her, of course. And yeah, that's why I've selected this page. You can guess some spooky things going on if she starts singing. Then we have Dark Fantasy Special by Coloring Haven, and I've only selected one, and it's a very simple one, and it's this one. Very plain, very simple, but the branches without any leaves. Yeah, I like how I made a simple picture look simple and at the same time magical. Yeah, really liking this one. as well, so I had to show it. My page is quite buckled here, but yeah, it's because of all the water media. Then we are going to Jade Summer. I have a few favorite ones in here. This one is from 22. Really like the outcome of this one. With her magic, well, it's not magic potion, it's pumpkin soup, but it's magical because I added stickles, of course. I've added some shimmer paint. Super proud of the pumpkin. I'm really happy with how it turned out. The next one, oh, I think, no, I didn't. The next one is this one. It's from 2019, so a bit older. I like my stonework and my greenery. It's done with gesso on as a base, and then some paint and Derwent graphite pencils for the stonework. You can move around your pigment on gesso, so that's really nice for creating stonework. And most of my girl, I think, I'm sure it's done with water-based pencils. I would guess Faber-Castell Albrechtdurer. The skin is probably Prismacolor. Could be polychromos as well, not sure. So really liking this picture as well. And then the last one in this book is also an oldie from 2018. Not super proud of the pumpkin. It's done with Inktense, I think, but I like how my girls are looking. And I remember that a lot of people on Instagram liked this one very much, so I couldn't leave it out of this video. So yeah. Cute Wings by Jade Summer. And then I totally forgot that I had another Hannah Lynn book right here. And it's the Enchanted Halloween. An oldie, 2018. But really liked working on this one. Sorry if I didn't center the book right. Really liking this one. Base of markers. I tried to do a bit of shine on her face, but not too much. It's quite subtle. Now I'm scared to do light sources, and then back then I didn't think about it and I just did something and it turned out nice. And now I'm scared. It's so stupid. But yeah. Next one. Really had fun working on this one as well. Also an oldie, can't see my year, but I also think it's about the same time. Washi tape on the border. A lot of, I think, Inktense pencils for the background, and yeah, I had a lot of fun. I'm really fond of this page as well. I wish I had written down my date, but oh, I did. 18. Inktense only. Okay. Back in the day I wrote down what I've used, but I don't do that anymore. It's taking too much time. And another spooky themed one from 2021. Neocolor background. shimmery paint moon. Couldn't be bothered with the hills here, but really liking how it turned out. This is absolutely one of my favorites as well. Shimmer paint for the background. Muted. I remember using Derwent Colorsoft pencils on her hair, on everything. I like these pencils on this paper. And of course, there were stickles. And I did some lace, I think it's called, with a white gel pen, 2019. Stickles here, a spider on a little stickle thread. Absolutely loved working on this one, and really liking the result. And we are finishing this video with this picture, and it's a Happy Halloween one, also from 2019. Also so happy with the outcome. I really like the 3 different girls. I like the colors that I've used for the clouds here. I can't remember which materials. Maybe also Inktense. Not sure. And in their baskets, of course, there's some shimmer going on. Shimmer candy. And she has a glossy wing. Had so much fun working on this page. Super happy with how it turned out. And this page concludes this first video of my favorite fall or spooky season themed pages. I hope you really liked it and that you are looking forward for part 2 with the hardback books. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them down below, and I hope I will see you soon for a next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.